The year is 661. In a monastery on East Mountain, an illiterate kitchen worker has just written 8 characters on a wall that will quietly end one religion and begin another. By morning, his verse will be erased. By midnight, the most important transmission in the history of Chinese religion will happen in the dark, and what he wrote was not Buddhist. His name was Huineng. He was 24 years old, could not read a single character, and had walked hundreds of miles north to study with a master named Hongren. The senior monks treated him like a servant. For 8 months, they kept him in the kitchen, pounding rice. He had calluses across both palms, and his shoulders ached at night. Sometimes the rhythm of the pestle was still moving in his arms when he tried to sleep. One morning, Hongren told the monks that each of them should write a verse showing his understanding. Whoever showed true awakening would inherit the patriarchy. The bowl and the robe passed down from Bodhidharma, the first Chan master to come to China. The senior disciple, Shenshu, wrote his verse on the corridor wall that night. The body is a Bodhi tree, the mind, a bright mirror stand. Polish it constantly. Do not let dust settle. Everyone praised it. Hongren said nothing. But when the kitchen worker heard the verse read aloud, he asked another monk to write his own response on the wall beside it. He could not write it himself. 8 characters. Originally, there is not one thing. Where would dust settle? The corridor went quiet. Some monks said the kitchen worker had answered better than Shenshu. The master read it, said nothing. Then he took his shoe and erased it. He told the monks the verse was not enlightened. They should keep studying Shenshu's poem. He sent Huineng back to the kitchen. The wrong man got the prize. The truth was crossed off the wall. The story, by any normal telling, would be over. That night, after the monks had gone to sleep, Hongren walked alone to the kitchen. He came not as the abbot. He walked in silence, carrying his own bowl and his own robe. The bowl and the robe that had passed through 5 generations of patriarchs, the marks of the lineage. He had not erased the verse because it was wrong. He had erased it because it was so right that to honor it openly would have shattered the monastery. Because what Huineng had written was not, in the strictest sense, Buddhist. Originally, there is not one thing. This thing Huineng wrote. This originally, there is not one thing. It had been named before, nearly 1,000 years before. In a book of this same land called the Tao Te Ching, the word was Wu. It means nothing, or empty, or what is not. Wu was not absence. It was the silent ground from which everything appears, the hollow of a bowl that lets it hold water, the space inside a room that makes it a room. Buddhism, when it crossed the mountains from India centuries later, had its own word for this. Sunyata, emptiness. But sunyata was a teaching to study, to refine, to polish across lifetimes. What Huineng had done in 8 characters was strip away all the polishing. He had taken Indian sunyata and let it touch Chinese Wu. 2 ancient understandings looked at each other and recognized themselves. That recognition is what we now call Zen. Hongren handed the bowl and the robe to a man who could not read. He told him to flee south before sunrise. The other monks would kill him if they discovered the patriarchy had passed to an illiterate kitchen worker. For years afterward, Huineng's teaching spread quietly through the south. No mind, sudden awakening, acting without grasping, seeing without polishing. Every one of those ideas can be found in Laozi. Every one of them is older than Buddhism in China by centuries. Truth does not belong to a religion. It does not have to be invented. Sometimes it only has to be recognized. What you keep importing from elsewhere may already be encoded in something closer. A practice you dismissed, a tradition you walked past, a truth in your own language that felt too familiar to be wisdom. What truth in your own life have you been looking for somewhere else? Drop it in the comments. Thank you for watching. And somewhere in the south, a man who could not read was carrying a bowl through the dark, walking toward a country that did not yet know its own oldest word for what he was bringing back.